Hi guys, this is Nathan Wilson here to discuss another topic with you guys. This topic is going to be addressed to the Ford haters and the Chevy haters. We're going to talk to the people explicitly, to the people who say, gross, I don't like Chevy, and to the people that say, gross, I don't like Ford. Okay, I'm going to first of all say this. If you had a bad experience with something, that's fine. If you've had 5 bad experiences with something, that's fine too. But what we're going to talk about here is going to be pure objectivity. We're going to talk about facts. We're not going to talk about your experience. We're not going to talk about how you feel or anything like that, okay? Because we're just going to talk about pure facts, okay? First of all, the reason being is because we cannot take into account everybody's feelings, first of all. Second of all, the way you feel in your experiences is the way you feel in your experiences, and we can't really attribute that to everybody that is in the enthusiast world. We can't do that. It's not possible, and I don't really want to. I mean, I don't want to feel the way you feel, and I don't really want to, any of that stuff. So what we're going to talk about today is why I cannot stand the guys that wave their Ford flag and like, oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having pride, okay? We can have pride in what you built because that is what you built and that's what you love, right? But I can't stand the guys, we'll put it like this. You can wave your Ford flag, you can wave your Chevy flag. I can't stand the people that wave their anti-Ford flag and their anti-Chevy flag. Yes, you guys compete. People in the NFL compete. People in the MLB compete. All these people compete, okay? And the fact that just last week that Peyton Manning can go up to Andrew Luck and tell him good job for basically playing better, their team playing better than their team. If somebody can do that, who has an ego that is so big and has played for so much, if somebody can tell their competitor good job and somebody can tell their competitor, hey, you did a hell of a job in props, why can't we? If people in pro sports can mail each other letters and say, hey, good job, y'all did it, y'all are doing an excellent job over there. If you listen to coaches in the NFL, every type of coach that's talking about other teams, they will tell you that no game is easily won, no matter how bad the other team sucks. They never hardly ever say that. You will never hear, they will say, this is a good team, we have to prepare, we have to do good, and that's what we have to do. So if they can do that, we can do that. Can we get an amen? Okay, amen, good. Okay, let's talk about something else. Okay, if Chevy is doing a better job than Ford in an era, or Ford is doing a better job than Chevy in an era, okay, we're not here like counting points as because I'm sure none of us out here are Ford executives or Chevy executives, and if you are, then more power to you. But for the most of us, we buy cars, we use cars, we like to go fast, okay, because we're enthusiasts, okay. Let's be honest about something. Let's be honest with ourselves, though, because if we're not honest with ourselves, that's just harder on us. That's really just harder on us. Let's talk about something. Let's go back 10 years. 2003. Let's go back 11 years. That was the last time this body was made. Let's talk about 11 years. 2002. If you're a Ford guy out there and you seriously think that your 4.6 single overhead cam 2-valve motor is faster than an LS1, who does that hurt? Hurts you. The reason being because it's not, and you're gonna have to do a lot to it to make it faster than LS1. Let's just be honest about that for a second. Likewise, you Chevy guys who have a ZL1 and you somehow think that your ZL1 is faster than a 13 GT500, you're going to have a bad time. Who does that hurt? You, because the fact of the matter is you're down 80 horsepower, got 300 extra pounds, and you're not going to be faster. That's just the way it is, okay? So let's get something straight. Let's be honest with ourselves. Let's say, hey, Chevy, kudos for coming out with the LS1. That is an excellent platform. That engine is awesome, and kudos to you guys for coming out with that. And likewise, Chevy guys. Let's talk about, hey, Ford, excellent job for coming out with the most powerful production V8 in the world. That is an exceptional fact right there. That is awesome, okay? So can we raise our American flags for a second? Not our Ford flags or our Chevy flags, but our American flags. Can we say, hey, let's raise our American flags because that LS design is excellent. It is so compact. I can put it in my MX-5, and it's so powerful. I can put it in my Corvette. That it is awesome. I love that. Is an excellent design. And likewise, can we raise our American flags? Hey, Ford, that Trinity V8 that puts out 600 plus horses at the ground and rated at 662, which is all underrated crap. But can we raise our flag? That's the most powerful production V8 in the world, that we absolutely stomped the Europeans, absolutely stomped the Japanese. Can we raise our flags to those two things right there? Because that is, in and of itself, pure awesomeness, okay? And, you know, I just find it absolutely insane that, you know, we go at each other's necks with this. I mean, yeah, we should compete. That's what we do. We build cars and we race them because that's what we like. And we want to know if our car is faster. We'd be the happiest if our car was faster than everybody else's car. But at the same time, but can we please stop saying, you know, if you have a preference, please have some objective reasoning as to why you bought this car. Like if you say, hey, I bought a 2013 LS3 Camaro because I like the fact that I have a sophisticated suspension over the fact that the Coyote is going to edge me out in the quarter mile. That's fine. You say that. Or if you buy the Mustang, say, hey, I like having the fact that, knowing the fact that if I drive my car properly, it's going to edge out the Camaro, and I don't really care about the antiquated suspension. I don't really care about how the Camaro can go around the figure eight faster. Then by all means, what's wrong with that? Can we please give some objective reasoning behind why we bought this car and not just say Ford's crap, Chevy's crap? Please. Likewise, I have to talk about this Camaro because it's been bothering me for the longest time. One of the things that bothers me the most is when people use subjective information to overcome objective information. The most obvious form of this is in Motor Trend's head-to-head. You can go check it out on YouTube. They compared the ZL1 to the GT500. And just like the LS1 outperforms a 4.6 every single time, that 5.8 outperforms that LSA every single time. Car and Driver states it perfectly. The Camaro is not slow, and the only reason why it feels slow is a testament to how fast the Shelby is. It gets by 150 miles an hour, the Shelby is 4 seconds in front of the ZL1, and everybody out there in street racing land, everybody out there in drag racing land understands that that is a landslide. That is not close. That's not even in the same playing field. So when Motor Trend did this head-to-head, it really bothered me because I was like, well, you know, I understand the Mustang is lost its credibility over time because, you know, it's been the girl rental car, the V6, and all this other stuff, and whatever. But can we please use some reasoning here? If the fact that you have to state in your results part of the video that despite the Mustang doing this, that, and this better, we choose this one. The fact that you have to discount all this objective stuff to put the other car in front really doesn't settle well with me. Because if we think about it, if we go review that, the Mustang is faster. There's no doubt about it. It's faster. It put down a shorter braking distance. It handled better. Well, that's kind of a wash because Randy Pope said that if they felt like it was more balanced in the corners and that the Camaro kind of had this understeer, oversteer type thing. We'll put it like this. It's more balanced, okay? The sight lines are better. It gets better gas mileage. I mean, which isn't, in the grand scheme of things, isn't all that great. But if you think about the most powerful production V8 having better gas mileage than another V8, that's pretty impressive. And you have to give the win to the other car. I mean, I understand better than anybody that this car makes you feel like a racing champ when you drive it around some corners and you're going and it's easier to drive and all this other stuff. I understand that. But does that really overcome the objective outcome? I mean, does that really overcome? I mean, yeah, cars are more than straight line, they're more than numbers, etc. But there's no objective data that you can point back to then say, hey, this backs up my subjective opinion. That really bothered me. So I want to get that out there, guys, and I just want to say to all you car guys, let's just chill out. You know, let's not be bashing on Ford. Let's not be bashing on Chevy, because this is particularly for you Ford and Chevy guys, because y'all just have it out for each other. There's no reason to. We're on the same team. We're all Americans. Let's say, hey, tell Chevy they did a good job when they did a good job, and tell Ford they did a good job when they did a good job, and let's understand why people bought what they bought. If that's what they bought, if they want to have, you know, a more modern engine, and that's why they bought a Coyote, then to say, hey, man, I understand that, because we can understand that. But don't tell me you bought a Mustang because, you know, the Camaro's crap. Don't say that. I mean, give somebody a reason why you have what you have that they can relate to. And the only thing that they can really relate to, if they're not in the same camp, is objectivity. So that's really all I had to say today, guys. Hopefully we can stop hating on each other And thanks for watching another Nathan Wilson video.